Next up, Triggit, Zachary Colias and Susan Keplinger. Welcome, Triggit. Tell us what it is.
Thank you to everyone for coming. It's unfortunate the room is too small. I apologize, but I'm glad you squeezed in. So I have a confession to make before we start, and it's really kind of sweet for us to be invited up here to speak, because about 2.5 years ago when we started Triggit, we were sneaking into John's conference. So it was really cool to actually be here invited with the badge and all that stuff. So it's really awesome. So thank you all for coming. Really appreciate it. But I'm here to talk about something a lot more important than sneaking into conferences. I'm here to talk about something that's really the direct result of the hard work of a lot of the people in the Web 2.0 community, and is really something amazing, which is how incredibly easy it is today to publish on the internet. As we just saw, and as a lot of you well know, my grandma can create a blog or a website, and as a direct result, there are hundreds, well maybe not hundreds, but certainly millions and millions of people around the world who are exhibiting their passions in creating content. They're building websites, they're attracting audiences, and they're effectively creating small media properties. I mean, there are grandmas in Kankakee who write about knitting who have 30,000 visitors a day. There are VCs down in Menlo Park who write about whatever Menlo Park VCs write about, who also have thousands and thousands and thousands of visitors. Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, they need the money too.
They do. But there's a significant problem, because as easy as it is to publish online today, monetizing websites is really, really, really hard, because the technologies have not kept up with how easy it is to publish. So if you want to add ads to your website, for instance, and make a little bit of money from all of this audience that you've built, you first have to go negotiate relationships with ad networks. Then you have to integrate their ad products into your website using code. And since most of the people came online using graphical user interfaces, that's really, really hard for them. Then you have to go in and track all the analytics from a dozen different ad networks, pain in the butt. And then at the end of the day, you got to figure out how to optimize it. And these people just want to be creating content. So as a direct result of that, at Triggit, we've made it really, really easy. And I'm happy to show you some really new technology that a lot of you probably haven't seen. So this is a web application, no downloads required. Install one single line of JavaScript into any website. It works on any platform that you can imagine, as long as it takes JavaScript. And then literally, watch what Susan's in this book review, simply highlight a word. Triggit will automatically turn it into a link directly to someplace where your readers can buy it. So what it means is that everyone who comes to your site now, when you have Triggit on your page and you're using Triggit to make these changes, see these edits. That's a link, but let's just say you wanted to add a graphical ad because maybe you're not writing a book review. So you go into one of our graphical partners who will give you a graphical ad, find a graphical ad that works relatively good for your page. This happens to be a CPA banner ad, so you get paid whenever users actually go buy something. Literally drag and drop, WYSIWYG, drop it into the page really, really quickly. But what's really exciting about Triggit is because it's a simple, single line of JavaScript, and it can be used on any publishing platform. That was just a Blogger blog, I think. And so now we're over, it looks like we're on a WordPress blog. Once again, you can start to integrate things into your page. And it's not just ads. I mean, that's how we make our money, and so that's what we tell people we do. But it can be literally drag and drop of any sort of embeddable element into your page. A calla lily picture that you want to put into your page for your review of a calla lily. Boom, there's a picture. Really easy WYSIWYG drag and drop. We're going to be doing, or we are doing right now, videos. We're soon going to be adding widgets. And there are a whole bunch of other really cool things that Triggit is very excited about that we're going to enable publishers all around the world, non-technical, small, grandmas in Kankakee who came online publishing with very easy to use publishing interfaces. We're going to make it a lot easier for them to interact with third-party data sources and very easily add it to their page. At the end of the day, what Triggit hopes to be is the tool that you as a small publisher use to very quickly and easily monetize your page, add third-party elements to your page, and effectively turn your page into what Web 2.0 really is, which is a really easy place to publish. But today, we have a very special announcement, because we've just realized and we've just figured out how to do Google AdSense. And so what I'm going to show you right now is something that I don't think a lot of you have ever seen before, which is drag and drop Google AdSense ads. Literally, you can see there Susan has a color slider. You can just move the color slider around, figure out what kind of colors you want. You saw at the top she decided what size ad she wanted. Literally drag and drop the ad unit into your page wherever you want it to go and save the element. Now when you refresh the page, everyone who now comes to this page will see, in just a moment, we have slightly slow internet here. Everyone will see when you come to the edge. It's a Google AdSense unit directly in the page as a direct result of drag and drop. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
You care.
Nice. I do. It's awesome. Anyway, so just to give you a sense of what Triggit is, we're a little baby company. We got about 4 people. We're pre-Series A. We've been in stealth for 2 years building the technology. We just came out in January. There are now about 3,500 publishers who use the Triggit technology in their websites. That's about 10 million page views a month, but it's going up and down. And we're really excited that all of you use Triggit. It's totally free. We got a booth downstairs. Please come see us. And thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
So why wouldn't you merge with the company we just saw? Because they seem super complementary.
What's that?
Why wouldn't you merge with the company we just saw?
Go join Drupal and...
Yeah, exactly.
So the one great thing about Triggit is that Triggit works on any existing website. And what the company you just saw was creating new websites.
Right.
And so out there today, there are literally hundreds of thousands of websites that already have existing audiences, that already have built up an existing property. And they're not going to switch from that platform to their platform.
Sure.
They're going to keep using WordPress. They're going to keep using 6apart. They're going to keep using whatever publishing platform they use. But Triggit is cross-platform. So you can add Triggit to any of those existing websites that have these difficulties with placing ads, or these difficulties with placing videos, or these difficulties with placing AdSense. And so what we do is we're really about being on any website that exists as it stands.
Sure.
So is Triggit your way of saying that everybody else's publishing platforms suck? I'm just curious.
No, I don't think so. I think every publishing platform that's out there today does a great job at publishing, and they haven't kept up with the fact that what they've created has created massive audiences. There are billions and billions of page views on these long-tail small websites. And the publishing platforms, they're working hard to create publishing platforms. And so what we think of ourselves as making those publishing platforms a little bit better and helping them do something in the monetization space. And they're 2 different things. Monetizing a website and creating a publishing platform, it's different DNA. So we think they're good at publishing, but maybe not so good at monetizing.
So again, why wouldn't you merge with the company we just saw? Because a big issue in my mind for this company is distribution, right? It seems like a really cool application / set of tools.
Yeah, so
great. You want to get out to as many people as you can, and the only way of doing that is to either latch yourselves onto a 6apart or some other publishing tool, or some set of publishing tools like the last company we saw.
Exactly. So then what we're really excited about is, like, for 6apart, for instance, hopefully 6apart likes us, because we certainly like them, our ability to work with them very easily and very easily add in the lightweight Triggit interface into 6apart's blogging platform could be done with 1 line of code. The integration on 6apart's side would be very easy, and we could help them do that. The same thing with WordPress.com, the same thing with any publishing platform. So why would we tie ourselves to one of the publishing platforms when we can work with all the publishing platforms and help them with this significant problem?
But do you need any of those platforms to make your technology work, or can you throw in the line of code and before it renders the page from the other source, or after it renders the page from the other source, you then insert your sets of ads and photos, et cetera, and then re-render the page? Is that how it works?
So the way that we do the Triggit magic is that we don't actually write to the server of the page that hosts that blog. So let's say it's your blog, you add Triggit to it. We're not actually writing to the server that hosts that actual website. We're writing to the Triggit servers, and then whenever a page loads, Triggit is dynamically editing on the client side. I think you want to kick me off, don't you? Anyway, it's really cool. Come downstairs, we'll tell you all about it.
All right, thank you guys very much.
Thank you for coming.